So if you're having trouble figuring out how to come up with ideas for fills, this video is for you. Stick around, let's talk about it. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So I want to talk a little bit today about, coming up with ideas for your fills. I had one of our members of the Bass Corner, which is our free online community, which I'd love for you to join. I'll put a link in the description. He was asking, what do you guys do about fills? How do you approach them? Do you think about pentatonics? Do you think about triads, scale tones, etc.? So I thought we'll get into it today. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of different variations to the fills based on the context of the music, right? So that's one thing. And I'll probably do another video or two because there's a lot of other considerations in terms of rhythmic placement and that sort of thing, how you're leading to the chord that you're going to. But let's just take some simple ideas here, 3 basic ideas that you can do, and I'm going to do this over like a funk groove, which I think is, mostly conducive to throwing in fills. Blues, funk, rock, things where you're jamming, you can throw the fills in. But here's some pretty simple ideas you can start messing with. We'll do this off of like a B flat dominant 7 chord, right? I'll just stay on one chord today, right? So if we kind of establish a groove like something simple like that. We got our root, our 6, and our flat 7, right? Nice little funk groove. Okay, so the first idea is just using major pentatonic from the root of that chord. So if we're doing a B flat 7 chord, I can play major pentatonic. So if we go nice little riff there, little idea for you there. So we're playing usually at the end of the phrase leading into the beginning. So if we got like thinking about this like a 4-bar phrase, usually your fills are going to come at the end of that 4-bar phrase, usually, right? Then of course obviously where we place that will dictate how much of a fill we're doing, right? So in this case it's basically like a 2-beat fill, right? But there's just one simple idea of just using your major pentatonic. Now with the dominant 7 chord, what's cool is we can also use minor pentatonic, right? So I can use a minor pentatonic over this B flat, something like that, which also means I could use the blues scale, which is almost a little bit cooler, right? So if I'm things like that, right? Things, minor blues scale, or up an octave, okay, into your fills. Okay, then lastly, using, I got this from a guy named Lorin Cohen, who's got a great channel. I'll put a link to the lesson where he talks about using blues scales in different contexts rather than just, like I just did, rather than just over the one of a chord. In this case, even though it's a dominant 7 chord, that minor blues scale works because dominant 7 allows for lots of leeway in terms of your leading tones and passing tones. You got sharp 2, which is your minor 3rd, which works great for your fills, right, for your bass lines, and works great over a dominant 7 chord. But what he was talking about was playing a minor blues scale from the 6th degree of your scale of your B flat. In this case, in the B flat, that would be G, right? So I could play mess with that a little bit, the G minor, which is actually the B flat major pentatonic with just that passing tune. But see, it's a good idea to isolate these ideas. It's a good idea to isolate them as their own thing. It's going to give you different ideas, right? Even though that we can see that G minor, G minor blues is essentially the B flat major pentatonic, right? When you're just using that passing tone, it's still, I think, a good practice to isolate and sort of force yourself to really work one of these at a time. Work that B major, B flat major, I should say, pentatonic. Work your fills from there, right? However you want to voice them, wherever you want to put them in the measure. Then work through the minor pentatonic ideas, right? Okay, and then lastly, work through the G minor blues ideas and just kind of keep messing with it until you find something that you feel really clicks, and then you can start mix and matching them, and then you've got a whole category or a whole library of fill ideas, right? So that's kind of what I have been trying to do a lot more these days, and then there's different things, different approaches, of course, but I think these are really good starting points to start building. And like I said, put yourself in that box, force yourself to stay in each scale, see what you come up with, change the register, go up an octave, play it down low, get your permutations, get your fills, and then lastly, sing it. Make it a thing you want to hear yourself. Right? And we want to be able to sing our tunes, right? Sing our fills. So anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, get that free PDF I've been handing out. It's called 10 Pro Tips for Beginners, and essentially it's more mindset stuff, little obstacles that people tend to have to deal with when they're learning the bass. And you also get invited to our free online community. I'll put links for everything down in the description. And I hope you guys got something out of this. Let me know what you think. If these give you some good ideas, if you have other questions about it. I look forward to seeing you guys next video, and take care.